This video features the Williams Gambit, one weird gambit that most chess players don't know about. So before I play one or two games on leeches, in order to demonstrate how powerful this gambit is, let me just show you a little bit of theory. In the opening stage, after f4, black usually plays pawn to d5, and then here you have to play pawn to e4. By the way, this can also arise from the Scandinavian defense. For all you e4 lovers out there, after e4, d5, instead of taking, you can also go pawn to f4. I guess you didn't know about this, which is why you shouldn't just be watching my videos. Subscribe, because that's the only way you encourage me to keep on making these wonderful videos. Say, what's the catch? After pawn takes, you want to develop your light squad bishop first before playing knight c3 or pawn to d3. The top played move in this position is knight f6. That's what you will see most of your opponents playing. If you don't believe me, check the leeches database right now. Knight f6 is the top played move. Sometimes people play pawn to e6 out of fear. After pawn to e6, you can just go knight c3, queen e2 and get back your pawn. Bingo. But after knight f6, the top played move, what you should do is to go d3. Yeah, like for real. And the moment you play this, don't even be afraid to pre-move knight e2, so that ed can be met with knight e2 automatically. The idea is, after pawn takes, you now want to win a free queen like this. Pop. I did a whole video on the Williams Gambit, which you guys should watch. I'll leave it in the comment section down below, and don't disappoint, because that's how you support this channel. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed, just do the right thing, because that's how we help each other in the digital space. So just subscribe. I mean, that will be so encouraging, and I will really be grateful and feel motivated. Thank you. Now, let me challenge one or two random players on leeches and see how things are going to go. Right, so here's our first game. Let's see what my opponent is going to do. I guess they're going to play pawn to d5, the top played move, after which I'm just going to play e4. Yep, there we see d5, e4, and now bishop c4, targeting the weak f7 pawn. I expect to see knight f6. Let's see. Yep, so this is where you want to pre-move d3 and knight a2 without even thinking twice about it. Okay, this still works. Now you want to play knight bc3, so that if pawn takes, you grab on f7. So see, exactly what I was talking about, you guys. These guys don't learn. This is a 2157 rated player, yet he still managed to fall for this dirty trick. So this is not good. And now I think my opponent should just resign. I mean, what is there to play for in this position? Nothing. I have h3, pawn to g4. This, if I want, I'll just take and do this. Dude, this is a 2157 rated player. Wow. Okay, there we see pawn to e6, a walk of shame. Let me just continue with my plan. I guess we'll see bishop f5 now. Pawn to g4. Oh, they're still going. Let me just do my thing. By the way, the idea is just to take on c7, just in case you... Oh, wait a second, I can even go pawn to g5. I even have that time. Flexing, I can do whatever I feel like at this stage of the game. There we see knight e4. Now I can just give a check. That's too much. And next, I want to win the knight like this. No, I won't be able to win it due to pawn takes. Wait a second, bishop takes, saved by the f pawn. What is this? Now I can just give a check and probably mate in the next few moves. So I'm just gonna take the dark squad bishop. Just winning a bishop, that will do for today. My opponent should have just resigned to save time. I need to play one more game. against a random chess player. Knight f6. Let me just take and give a check. How can I checkmate my opponent very quickly? I think I can just do this. Take the bishop. Oh, this will be checkmate. Not even taking a bishop. Let's have another game. This wasn't good. Not good. Okay, now I'm playing against a candidate master, 2296 by rating. And I'm sure my opponent thought I was going to play e4. Seems like they love playing the Caro-Kann defense. But unfortunately, I played f4 on move number 1. I can still go pawn to e4, right? Oh, this is a rated match. I did not intend to play a rated match, you guys. I don't do this quite often. So I almost wanted to abort the game because it didn't start the way I wanted it to start. So I have an option to go e5. Oh, since this is about a dubious gambit, let me play knight f3, allowing e4 to happen. Yeah. Now I can go knight g5, right? Trying to take the e4 pawn, trying to take back the e4 pawn. In this position, I can go bishop c4. Yeah, let me just do that. Because pawn to e6 is going to be played. So this is purely an accident, you guys. I did not plan to do this. This wasn't part of the idea. But anyways, knight c3. The idea is just to get back my pawn. Okay. Bishop e7. Now I can just take. Or maybe I should have taken back with my g knight. I do this. So now this is no longer a gambit because we have equal number of material, equal number of pawns with this candidate master. I can't wait to go queen f3. Oh, just the queen first. Not entertaining any sort of nonsense now. My opponent had his chance, but didn't make use of it. I guess this is the right time for me to develop my death squad bishop. I still feel comfortable in this position though. Okay, knight b6, attacking my light squad bishop. Let me just retreat my bishop. Can't lose my bishop pair. Oh, my opponent is playing with his knight. Let's trade. I don't mind. Now I even have a rook lift and rook h3. Yeah, I can just lift my rook and put it on h3 or on g3. I guess bishop b7 is coming after this pawn to b5 move. Why can't I start with knight g5? The idea is to go queen e4 if black plays pawn to h6. Okay, so black correctly played bishop b7. That was going to be fun. I was going to win rook, by the way, in case you didn't know what was happening there. Oh, I just lost my knight. I can still take back. This is not really losing. Seems like I'm behind time. Let me just activate my rook. Bishop takes, pawn takes, queen d5. I think this is bad. Let me just go after the h7 pawn. I still feel comfortable in this position. I don't know about you guys who are watching out there. I feel so comfortable like a baby. And this reminds me of what my nephew told me yesterday. So I asked this boy what he would like to be in his 30s. Guess what he answered? Father Christmas. What's wrong with these kids of today? Anyway, I think he was just kidding. He was just joking. Yeah, like seriously, I asked the boy, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? And his response was amazing. Uncle, I want to be Father Christmas. By the way, there's a little tactic here. Rook f6. I don't know what's wrong with this generation. Black can't take my rook, in case you are still confused, because this will be mate in two. So they better play something else, probably rook e8. According to my wisdom. Oh, there will be no queen exchange. Don't have to exchange queens at this stage of the game. You don't have to trade off your powerful queen with your opponent's less active queen, by the way. This you can, I can even sacrifice my rook. I don't know how my opponent will defend against this mate. Checkmate is now unavoidable. Yeah, this is just checkmate. Some people just feel, lazy to resign. And this was a candidate master. That was bad sportsmanship, if I should say. Anyway, I feel good about my elbows. And by the way, this was a rated match, so I wasn't going to mess it or give it up. This is what I do to titled players who have no respect for kids like me. Oh god. Right, so probably the last game for today. f4, d5, e4, the Williams Gambit once again. Let's see what this opponent is going to do. Okay, so there we see pawn to e6. This is the second person who has declined my gambit, my crazy gambit. So what am I going to do? Again, knight c3. And then go after the e4 pawn. This is what I said in my tutorial video. So there are two sides of every gambit. It's either your opponent will accept your gambit or they will decline it. Nevertheless, never lose hope if that happens. Black just played queen d4 and now I should play pawn to d3. This is what I advised to do in my tutorial video. If pawn takes, you take back with a bishop. Okay, bishop b4, I said go bishop d2. The whole idea is to castle long. That's what you always want to do in the Williams Gambit or in the Williams Gambit. Pawn takes, bishop takes. Simple stuff. All is going well. I don't know how the end game will go. I'm now attacking the black queen, by the way. If I wanted, I would have castled long immediately. But let me just do this. Why not? There we see knight c6. Knight c6 runs into a3. Go back, please. Don't take. If black takes, they're just going to help me put my dark square bishop on a better square. Okay, this is a fancy move, but I don't believe in it. How about if I just take that piece? Yeah, let's just do it. And then I retreat my knight. I don't see anything here for black. Besides, I have pawn to c3, and then I'll defend my knight indirectly. So black just sacrificed a piece. How about if I go for quick checkmate? I know black has pawn to f5, but you might never know. Okay. There we see rook a1, just as I anticipated, but I have this anyways. I don't see anything on the queen side. I don't see how black can mate me anytime soon. They just donated a free piece, that's for sure. Now I can oversimplify the game if I want. How about if I just take? Because the more pieces I take, the more I give myself many chances to win the game. Because imagine, what's going to happen at the end of the day is I'm going to remain with an extra piece in the end game. How about we trade off another piece? I intend to take back with the queen. Yep. If pawn to c5, I'll just take, by the way. The idea is just to trade off all the big pieces. In fact, let me force a trade. Okay, this is not really forcing a trade. Yeah. Black had queen a2. Okay, now this is bad. I need to pay attention. Oh, this is really bad for black. I have bishop d4. Now they're going to lose a piece in this position. Probably the rook or the queen. Oh, okay, that's a clever move. Okay, I have this intermediate move. And my opponent just resigned. There we go. This video was sponsored by all of our paid members on Patreon. These are the guys who support Casper Chess financially. In return, we give them extra study materials and other premium content on Patreon to thank them in style. Not to mention that all of our patrons are at liberty to make video requests and ask any chess related questions. You can join free membership and pay later if you want through the link in the comment section down below.